Ghana ma de hye ma kwa ba ma tenase ye de ba na 2 TV Akuafuo Mmre nie so emse Akuafuo Mmre nie na kakra ne na AFCON 2019 aye ball Egypt nti ye gi ya home kakra na so ne nyame ya adwom na se match ni ho de na se Sunday Akuafuo Mmre nie eba ma kwan mu enti ne brada nwumre ya gi nkunwa ye de Akuafuo Mmre nie eba wa kwan mu Akuafuo Mmre nie me kai se na 2 TV ye ne Ministry of Food and Agric ana kan yantuma bom brada nwumre bia ye de sa dwumadi eba wa kwan mu na boafo any Agricultural Development Bank aye ADB omo so aso yasene any dependable herbal home omo de adom PRA capsules enso aso yasene ewe Akuafuo Mmre nie so enti be da se ene nso wagi nkunwa na wo hwe Akuafuo Mmre nie me ka se dwumadi live on YouTube na 2 TV GH wo hwe Akuafuo Mmre nie ewe YouTube na 2 TV GH a betimi ahwe dwumadi ye de brew ebrada nwumre bia na dumim da nwumre no nwotwe kosi no nkron so a ye san esimu so anase ye san show repeat e de mamo enti Akuafuo Mmre nie ene wa ye krado a yenso ya ye krado aye de dwumadi eba wakwan mu na dwumadi ene ensem bebre ya na ebedidi ho enkomo wo dwumadi so na de edi ho enkomo titiriu ene Ghana ban enhyehyɛ a wakofa ba na Ministry of Food and Agric so ayato ne din say Rearing for Food and Jobs eno enene yesi ho nkonwa ye ba badwendwen ho ne hwɛ ensem da aban ewo edema Ghana man efa sa dwumadi soronko a ye de aba dwumadi ewo government flagship program ayato ne say Planting for Food and Jobs no ni model baako ene Rearing for Food and Jobs na Rearing for Food and Jobs no eye emoayen ba kuna ye Planting for Food and Jobs and Planting for Export and Rural Development ne de eye kuayo fuomu enioma na we ni de eye moayen ye hwete se emprako emponche nantwie odwan enkokɔ na enkonfam nyina so ewo mu bi sa dwumadi na ye di hu nkomo na ne pompon so ankasa ne de obe kyerɛkyerɛ mu eye Deputy Minister for Food and Agriculture Honorable George Odru ono ano sai mrahye bedwani ema omanfo wa new adubiase ono enene ye ne na twetwe nkomo e dwumadi so sedam di kan no ye de nkra aboafo nkrato ebeje aboafo nkrato aba na ye ba ye de dwumadi na ankasa ebe hyehye so na ya hwe efi 25th June a Ghana ban ekopa ho ntoma ewo wa aye Upper West region na na danko Akuafuo Adam na no din sema odi tuudwa ye bebo ama won so watie bi minister eye Dr. Akuafuo Akuto won so de odi tuudwa wa no so ye bebo ama watie bi na ni nyina no ye jai ama Honorable George Odru no de mu nkyerɛkyerɛmu na man ne ahwɛ ministry emwa omode ba said de ebeya menum yenu so a yetifia ye hwɛ dwumadie no so ye betimi ehu de aban ewo ma menum yenu yen so yetimi de ho ahye dwumadie mu na yenso emfaso pudu a ewo mu no menum yenu so yetimi enya bi e de aboye bra enti ye twa ho agye aboafo nkrato ye ba ye de dwumadie na ankasa ebe hyehye so
Masen.
Aw, nyanu dua anya vamala, aw nyaklo.
Yai kamata njara kunkuru na.
Adum PRA alande. Waposo kasabro ana waste edi wa bra. Adum PRA capsule se wo kama.
For dependable herbal home, Madina New Road Greenhouse. Dependable pharmacy. Mensa.
Are you into farming or dream of being a large-scale farmer? Do you wish to expand your cash crop, poultry, aquaculture, and agro-processing business? Do you have a comprehensive agribusiness plan to contribute positively to the government's Planting for Food and Jobs program? Agricultural Development Bank is your most trusted bank with over 50 years experience in agric financing. You can count on us to offer the best financing solution in making your dream a reality. Visit any of our 78 network branches nationwide and talk to our well-trained agri-finance officers for a one-stop solution to make your dream a reality. For further information, you can talk to our personnel at our dedicated agri desks or call our hotline on 0302 210-210, ADB, Truly Agric, and more.
Akuafuo Mmre so on the 2 TV so. Say me di kan na yes aka Deputy Minister for Food and Agriculture. Ono ano say Mmre bedwani ema omafo a wonu eduviase. Honorable George Oduro. Ono ene na ye ne twetwe nkomo e odwumadie so say me di kan na e Reverend for Food and Jobs. Emoayen e ho nsem ene na ye ka. Na emoayen no say ana Ghana ban ese odeba ama menum yenu nya ho mfaso emu no ede na wo benya ede na obeya ma ban ede na ban so beya ma sa enkyerechire mu de ni nyina na ye begya ma Honorable George Oduro one ne bedi ho nkomo na wode sa emu ensem de ba hwem na emu ohwa mankasa ne sure say okon bedo se nso odo ho be hye sa emoaye mu bi izan say ye hwa Ghana me ye research kakra mu say ye spending almost $400 million and they importing meat product e back room ha na import is yakase ye jai sesi anso a yankasa production ye Ghana hands no it's about 90% of the total demand be here and yakase me mfa sa meat ni so ma Ghana sesi ya ye me no kase ana je se ye ntimi nya nam so nwe isan se moaye no so wo fom kakra me sure se na ama Ministry of Food and Agriculture na aban so atimi hu se se yetimi etumpon e wo ye moaye no ne yetimi ebo amanfo nso no mutimi yen enkokọ ne mponche ne nantwie ne kokunum ne en confirm na say the honorable can confirm we nye omo ba betu ni bi we en confirm e be ye omo asase so aku omare enye confirm be da na omo drone na omo ne na na wiem sa nkomo ne na ye di e wo dwumadie so me di dwumadie ho chia me bi ni de Albert asmeni honorable me mo akwa ba
nyame adum bibi afa
ye de nyame ase ase ye shia ya check akra
ba adwuma no mu trend no nante na do
zia fuom na ye mo honorable planting for food and jobs ni model ba ko a mapa ho ntoma e Reverend for Food and Jobs em say June 25th
yes
ana president ekopa ho ntoma wo wa e de e kire se adwumadie no ahyase sen ana adwumadie na ankasa no mo hyase because mostly I mean say mo de answer na say mo be pa ho ntoma na ebu a motimi pilot take akra na mo hwe se de ekọ we no pilot bi be ma na afi na mo hye adwumadie ni nyina ase
yo we de mamani kanchia otifo na mo hwefo na to so bi me san enamase emo mabaso se adwumadie hyase se no na 2 mo nya ajeje mu mo gisi mo so say o ma adwuma te mo beboa ti say mo ye ne da no edamase nya me hira mo enye obia na wo sa opepa no say obetu no wasi o de aboa say o ma adwuma sa ti no edamase nya me hira mo
amen
na wase nso ma chia me constituency for ene ahwefo nyina
ni we dubiase for na okay
dubiase for me parliament before na me party pen for
good
na Reverend for Food and Job no and only a planting for food there was a planting for food and job no say time be minister can I say obatai no one ma e won ase the planting for food and job any main program no
okay
and the war railing for food and job no planting for export and rural development
and only paid
no
okay
and the mechanization centers
okay
and the war greenhouse villages
okay
in the component under planting for food and job and no na bosimi etwamu June the 20 that also do 25th June and man penyi kopa back home to ma railing for food and jobs what they can pa planning for food and job no to ma April 2017 and also pa
planting for export and development
and last month so koye railing for food and job
okay
which I say o man panyin ni so ade hu ni nyina na se kuaye no ye hyemu kina na ye hyemu kina e bobo o man o se ya enwanwa asefim se o man Ghana enuanu yedi no ukodwa man so ba 82% ye enuanu ne ye de akra de abo o man eno man panyin transidi no se dabi ye ni sa enye yi ndie mpe kwan bi so a sebi eduanu yedi die ali di yedi o manum die ehun ya se ye beka yenhwe ni nyina emfiri ha na bi mroso ne mfa nkwa ma no ne na enkoton
okay
nti o mampanyi na ni so ade hu no eno no na ebeda na se abọ na baso so onya sa da eso no ko se na ahyase eso abapa ebe last year 2018 the word aduane si bu o maga na mu no sofu bi eminim no so hu bi na obe P4 So that's what we American. She's about 76, 77 years.
Wow.
They said you need boo said the boo last year no. A chepa ye. Tebe bo man penya abaso. Ne bo minister so abaso. Say and so adi hu am de buy no. Na me adom eso aba.
Yeah.
Na really for food and job no. And only ye livestock division sana obroni beka no. And enam fem.
Okay.
The protein component no. No.
Just planting for food and job. Carbohydrates na so the protein.
So nya protein na the one no nya balanced diet.
Good.
Na ni nyina no e need so dey so na nhye because o ya de no wan to bo wan hye ni ya e be je wonsem. O kan nyina bo mu abe ho nya na je wonsem. Nyina so hwe mo man panya me fa no mako efi planting for food and job crops no maize ni so bi ni wan e wie no anyame adom aso abapa. Yaba ped no so aso abapa na si aba protein side. Na we no say that man panyi de tu dwa no. Oman mu ha no say wo area bia na dwumadi awudi a ekoso. Enti we ni ehase no. Ye de ponche.
Okay.
Udwan,
okay.
Preko. Na kokre ya kukodini ya mu ya kese no.
Broilers no.
Aha.
Okay.
Na broilers no.
Okay.
Na guinea fowl.
Okay.
Se kan guinea fowl bia wonim ni twidi no. I confirm.
Confirm the can I suspect to.
I confirm adwuma no Ghana how ko bo confirm so na ma for re mo ahye omo. If you say Mmre bi atwam no. Ye hu confirm a oman mu no di ne sika koto say yenye hu adwuma na yenye omo.
Yeah.
Na emai na because I confirm no a delicacy power TV mantem ko bolga enya de da form.
Even South Hakra.
E super.
Nkofo.
So mo to nam ne ade to. Enti amanfo ni je ho no man ye say yenye bi. Na itie nkoyi confirm ne ye na ben ye border no so Burkina ye ni ba ho so na se dom ka kire se mo nyina
no mo call da bisa
e ko Burkina ya min cha de sisi confirm we ne de aba ne de obi amana ninje if you say
e Burkina de na masa ko form aba na we foforo
sa confirm we ne de ba ne de we ni free Belgium.
Oh okay.
Ni nkosua no o se wo ya de a ho o so hwe baby a te se poultry say dodo na free Holland.
Okay.
Afena yenya companies we also be establish hatchery wo ha te se ye be yin nyina wo ha enti we say ne sa batch we ba wi a ye mfa bi fi baby e
okay
sana minister oye no dwumadi ni yedi ye pese Ghana for nko ana eye me ma typical example planting for food and job no. Last year 2018 emo I did do ye kra mo nko $8 million if in Nigeria ne Cote d'Ivoire any de Akuafuo ni do
seeds no
seed de do nko.
Wow.
Enti minister oboaboa seed producers ne researchers for crop science ne soil science for kushi omo tamale.
Okay.
And o catch them say if next year that was last year that's from this year 2019 econo eduaba bi Ghana bia no me hyem say mu na wasa mo ye de mine
okay
foundation seed
okay
because this year which is last year no ya kra emu nko $8 million na me nchade o hyem say ye pian mo no no mo so hia kade ba kominu bi a ministry ne mom afiwe ye nkra ba kokra
and say $8 million nyina wa
wow
that's good
and so adi hu mampanyi ehwehwe no ebinu no
okay
enti ye wiewe na sa batch if Belgium ba wia if you no guinea fowl na bi fi ba bia
say be breeding nyina wa ha
ti say who say na breeding centers be bre organ ha
okay
na esi ana ya kwa politics mi ya na me shada mpedesa as o man no ya nya de ye nema be bre ye tu na jeje mani nyina esai
yeah
say nyame ncha de breeding centers ni nyina ya rehabilitate ni nyina say ni nyina be chance ya adwuma and this sheep na be breed ya na every district be regions na de ko no we kwani a ye be chance no ka bibi say de ya na paloto if you say bibia wo ye de also di ka ye nso we bi wo try bibia ansa na anyiko ye a na wo hu kwa be fa so asem so a na wa shemu kena nti ni di kama farmers na say Akuafuo mu interested no go treat mu dey wo district directors no tell there as they planting for food and job na
okay
upiso ye bia na uko e frame asumeni
okay
pese me ye mpreko so okay and the preko no ye be ma obi say nyame adom you breed centers are you ready
okay
I chassis e breed nti omo di ka ko twetwem di no omo na say ye de e ma omo
okay
nti akonya so wo e ma obia we no di hia pa ne say e ade sre de na me to omo mu ni nyina
okay
enye politics asem
okay
one e your man adwuma say de e your man be tumpon na ye hwehwe two say de be nipa sika ebeba abuto ene ye hwehwe ena 3 say de be didie suso e ho bete ubenya o cereal wonya o protein enema mienu we na akaboma e ma hoden ba na o man so anya sika it ye say obia va na hunjim
okay honorable obia amfa ne hunjim ye mintwa no ye behwe luncheon no
okay
asema minister ne mampani de tudwa akra ne yesambra ne yemetua discussion so nti yenhwe said the 25th June no abra Ghana mampani na nado danko Akuafuo any minister Dr. Owusu Afiri Akoto omo ekodi dwumadie sonko ewo Upper West region ewa omo pa raring for food and jobs in hontoma no yenhwe kakra ne yesambra ne honorable George Odro ento ankomotwetwe no so.
Rural development at Dunkwa Onofe in the central region in April 2019. The excitement that has greeted the launch of these 2 modules has been very inspiring indeed and provided a needed tonic for advancing the PFJ campaign. Today, we are here in Wa to launch the livestock component. Wa was chosen for this historic event because it is the capital of the Upper West region, a major producer of livestock. We at the ministry are excited and optimistic about today's occasion because of the high interest it has already generated among livestock farmers, traders, butchers, processors, and other stakeholders. We are leaving no stone unturned to meet the high expectations of all through the implementation of the bold, pragmatic, and targeted interventions. We are aware of policy defects which in the past have held back progress and development of the livestock sector. Among these are limited financing and capacity building, poor prioritization and sequencing of policy interventions, limited data for effective planning and management, and weak institutional coordination. These constraints have been taken into full account in designing rearing for food and jobs. We will be steadfast and unrelenting in implementing rearing for food and jobs, and we are confident that this will result in rapid growth in meat production and protein consumption in Ghana, leading to a healthier nation, Ghana. The immediate objectives of RFJ are self-sufficiency in meat and milk production, reducing the importation of these products, promoting exports, and establishing a solid raw material base for industrialization and value addition. We expect close collaboration with the private sector to deliver on these objectives. In this respect, I'm glad to see at this event private sector players and their potential partners from Israel and South Africa. Their presence here today indicates their readiness to play vital roles in building crucial infrastructure in the poultry industry. I'm also very pleased to hear the message so forcefully made by my brother, the Fulani representative, who just spoke. He has assured us that they are ready, and I have known this for quite some time, to collaborate with this ministry and this government to improve upon the performance of the cattle industry so we can have more meat and milk to feed ourselves and make Ghana great. Other industry players here are piggery, sheep, goat, and other farmers. Last but not the least, our friends, the executives of the National Poultry Farmers Association. The presence of all these major stakeholders underlines the readiness of the private sector to actively participate in the implementation of rearing for food and jobs. Mr. President, Koro Chairman, the current approach and direction being taken by the ministry and the expected results will assist in the transformation agenda of this government. What is equally assuring is the fact that many of our development partners are beginning to align their interventions to government's priority programs under the policy brand Planting for Food and Jobs. This will have a direct benefit and support to our farmers, including those in the livestock industry. As a ministry, we are also now very much focused on data management because in the past, it has been a major weakness and drawback to project design, implementation, and decision-making. Using electronic ear tags and other electronic gadgets, we shall be able to build a solid database to better manage our livestock industry. Mr. President, I just wanted to respond very quickly to Koro's remarks about the suggestion that government should be thinking about supporting the meat price. At the moment, as you all know, the focus is making inputs cheap enough for everybody, poor or rich, to enter the industry. And this applies particularly to the livestock sector, and the details of which I'll leave the President to tell the nation exactly what package we have for the industry. Once we have enough participation from farmers across the country, then we can come into the more expensive way of doing it, which is supporting the product price. But in the meantime, Koro, we beg to say that we should exercise some patience. That will come. We are in a very infant stage of the strategy that we are adopting, and your advice is very well taken. I take this opportunity to urge all, particularly the youth and women, to support the government effort by taking advantage of the opportunities presented by Rearing for Food and Jobs to help unleash the full potential of the livestock industry in Ghana. I thank you for your kind attention. Thank you.
Orientated, and the smallholder farmers, producers,
London. Obefa judgment no na call London, no call register or court. No a hope judgment a hope bill na dey.
No, and so that the two dry wa ye ba near siding and what if you na hye
have to participate as partners and included into the value chains. Women and the youth play great roles in livestock production, and thus specific intervention and support will be provided to give women and the youth an equal opportunity to participate actively in the commercialization process. Government will provide capacity building for smallholder livestock farmers, combined with development of appropriate farmers' organizations. We live in times where globalization and deregulation have led to more transboundary and international animal mobility and trade. Now more than ever, disease alertness is crucial. Animal disease control is inevitably a major matter for Ghana. Ghana plays a significant role in disease control at both national and regional levels, and upgrading of laboratory infrastructure and human capacity development is imperative if livestock development is to be realized. Poor disease control could jeopardize the contribution of the livestock sector to food security, job creation, and general economic development for both Ghana and the West Africa region. The disease control and surveillance component of RFJ will play heed to controlling the transmission of animal disease, study of diseases, development of vaccines, as well as capacity building for technical expertise and specialized skills to improve the preparedness for dealing with the challenges of outbreaks. Government will ensure infrastructure development and refurbishment of veterinary facilities to increase the capacity of dealing with outbreaks, and which entail the acquisition of modern equipment. The RFJ campaign will center on A, improving quarantine facilities to prevent the introduction of exotic diseases. B, strengthening laboratory capacities for the rapid and accurate diagnosis of animal diseases. C, upscaling the production of veterinary vaccines and their quality control tests. D, conducting an effective and sustained disease surveillance and control programs. And E, subsidizing some veterinary vaccines in order to increase the vaccination coverage of livestock in the country. Also, the enhancement of the Bong Tamale Veterinary Training College, the disease investigation farms in Techima and Sabulubu, and the disease diagnostic laboratories in Accra, Tamale, and Kumasi are considered priority. Amongst other regional commitments, these laboratories and investigation farms are the Food and Agricultural Organization, FAO, designated collaboration centers for animal health and disease control. The introduction of e-agriculture in the RFJ campaign will give actors of the livestock value chain access to comprehensive and up-to-date information on livestock production, market prices, disease outbreaks, farm management techniques and practices, and above all, traceability in the livestock production sector. It is worth noting that with the introduction of electronic identification of animals, the stealing of livestock, which serves as a major drawback to production, will be drastically reduced. Chairperson, permit me to raise a concern that needs to be addressed immediately. Quite often, the success or otherwise of laudable projects, such as the RFJ campaign, depends on the extent to which they are embraced by citizens. In most cases, citizens, whilst eager to respond to the opportunities provided by government, are unable to do so due to lack of information about how to access the facilities. This has accounted for the failure of otherwise very promising projects, and the problem cuts across all sectors. I'm therefore using this platform to call upon the Ministry of Food and Agriculture to address this matter with urgency. There should be effective and extensive dissemination of information on modalities of implementation of the RFJ campaign right after the launch to ensure the needed and expected participation of citizens. When that is done, the objectives of the campaign will be achieved and the expected dividends from government's investment realized. Undoubtedly, the launch of the RFJ campaign gives firm expression to my government's determination to deliver on the New Patriotic Party's 2016 manifesto promise and social contract with the people of this country. The program for planting and food and jobs is a clear example of the current approach to governance. So far, the return on investments on the PFJ has been humbling. This tells us The government is on the right path and will continue to provide vital policy support and strengthen partnership with the private sector, particularly in the area of agriculture. Chairperson, ladies and gentlemen, it's important to thank Friends of Ghana for the support they have offered towards the success of this program and ultimately towards our vision of moving this country to a situation beyond aid. Agriculture remains the fuel that powers all our activity in Ghana. We ignore it at our risk. My government is not ignoring it. And I give you my pledge, the farmers, food crop farmers, fish farmers, and livestock farmers will have all the support and respect they deserve from my government. We need to raise agriculture to a higher plane to be able to improve on the quality of life for our people. I am particularly happy that this initiative is being outlawed in the Upper West region, which has been the provenance of many of the great figures who founded and developed the Dankwa Domo Buzia political tradition. S.D. Domo, Jato Kaleo, B.K. Adama, Abayifa Kabo, Mumuni Dimbie, and Alassane Bin Saleh. They will be full of joy that their party and government are unveiling such policies. Accordingly, I declare the Rearing for Food and Jobs campaign duly launched. May God bless us all and our homeland Ghana and make her great and strong. I thank you all for your attention. Us all.
And when you go na adodan kwa Akuafuo and I say no dey esemwa emu hwam efa Rearing for Food and Jobs ho e dey tudwa e wo Upper West region wa ho ana na o pass adwumadie e ho ntoma na odi nsem bebre etudwa minister so e dey bi etudwa honorable. Yes sir. Ye tie omampani na sema o kan ya asem ba ko me pese ye kan ho asem kra nsa na ya toa enkomo twehwe no so this disease control.
Yeah.
Veterinary officers said planting for food and jobs crop model no said mo extension officers go enwure mo bo Akuafuo no mo ehwe mo mfu no said e ko no we no veterinary officers no o my krado
yo we dey on say me o man panyin ho we ye sekeni panyina na dwemu do on di anamo bi obetu no mo say me share say me ka jo say yen kamum enyi ni gidigidi ye no baako ansa na ebe launch Rearing for Food and Job and Livestock Division. Yeah. See, I can confidently tell you, say, every district be able to veterinary officers. Oh, okay. Mienu miensa, baku mienu miensa, and 9 oh. So be kaya, nansiya recruitment be. Yes. 2,700 staff for agri. Yeah. Veterinary doctors angasa, 80. 80 no grant near peno. Inya 70 Ghana.
I just say this museum Crawford no manya dwuma mo ye pa.
Yenkwane medmaga say abawe ni aba yesi ye create employment a enipa wo man grana nso. Ya settle record.
Ese unya bi mpo no employ no. Omo system ni nyama employ.
System nyina na nso dodo no ye hwehwe no.
And ese museum mo make mo available na yetimi dem ye program.
Ubusa museum obekacho. Veterinary doctors are Ghana no. Say veterinary doctor bia ntimi gaze otifi.
Oni adwuma.
Gise bia ono ye ne private aid. But our peduma dia ya mop up omunyina
and omo media no me say mo be you
no mo kase unemployment na nado kase or solve no kakra na ebinu no yeah and e fa animal production assistants almost no mo say 450 okay almost ya do mo ko oman mu nyina nti nansa na ye be deploy mo no say omo ko district no na veterinary doctors or other I see nti oman panyin no ya dia so na dwemu do bibia no ye na to plan ni ye a ewi peye edi na ba we bibia wo ye no nyame adom bibia ekoso pepepepepe ko ye nti se ebinumu a ana ya numu ana nkofo bia kiki plan no ni ho we dey plan no ho se every district bia veterinary office I radio or make sure say ninya ready my push mu nyina akọ ansa na all launch program no.
Okay.
Tisiasa say dey mo anso ma Akuafuo no. Wo record district how be be mo a okọ agric office. Umberhama.
Okay.
And enro no so a ye de someone yare no. So tie ye ma subsidy. I was so.
Yeah.
Ayi taxes na ade bi o so ma ayefo. Se de be ya time bia no e be fo a ubenya bi de aye omwa no ho adwuma.
Okay.
Because I say amwa no so aye healthy.
Okay.
Se de be ya nipadua so e consume a problem bia de enkoba. Enti me de me say abo man panya ba so bi. Onye na ade kwa bibi obebia no o de hihye de eto ho kakran na bibi awie pe.
Okay. Nrabo nti yembra said the Tembian Bessa me de crop side na ye planting for food and jobs, you know. Two way home. Moma Akuafuo no 50% subsidy e fertilizer so.
Yeah.
Empo mu ka kire o mo say we need 50% ni nyina kra to 25.
Yeah.
We are wasamba. Mo samo mo seeds and subsidized rate. Ana seed ni ye improved angasa udua otimi nya yield ni bebre. Saying ana rearing for food and jobs na mo ya ma Akuafuo no.
We dey asempa no cover be ye nuanom de bebre na pa de fo mo ade side in there we dey untu ahwe
un skabia ni
we betua mo ne bi.
Okay,
ye beji abori me de ahye na but this after 2 years
honorable to boss na chire mu ye se me hia abo ani bi a
sesia me no ka say ma example bi wo.
Okay,
sheep.
Okay,
they will dry.
Okay,
so far upper west yeah, the 2000 echo. Upper east 2000.
I improve breeds now.
Breeds, yes.
Okay.
Northern and savannah and northeast.
Okay.
500.
Okay.
It is known here check and what 7,500
this year.
This year free.
Okay.
Ubetua odi abona bi na ebetua ka. But this is 2 years.
Not just say 2 years no. Abwana wa.
No, say 2 years with my 3 within 2 years.
Okay.
And it's a fast punchia and that's what we so 2 by 2 years no now when you're 6 bakubia
okay
na ya jibu 2 years ni na we 2
okay
na 2 no so na we tua the ama ministry no ye jeff you ho na ya the ama obi a
ono so e de na se
sa na ye no na adwuma kakra wo mu e ma awe no region bi amfa za apa is ye de 2000 and echo.
Okay.
The 2000 you know say 1800 ma and a member 200.
Hey, and I said pressure na record. Pressure na record to member so.
Edi adwuma
wow.
Over time bebe bi no mo.
200 against 1000
yes.
Adwuma
and na.
Wow. Na honorable. And no proportion e be say
so there what is
enti say oma kuani no a e bia be man to say 10 and 20
be 20 and na mo be ma be 1 and 2
eh
o de mu ye ma no
papa we dey o be ji overtime allowance
pa
wow
enti sa na e go no region bia enti after 2 years no
okay
near expect say we do 2 farmer near the man another farmer in by the next 5 years no not livestock deficiency okroma no
I am more
solve.
Okay
unim say see I go coasters na ade na masa unim shaki the friend town no
I Barnabas papa
unim say ye kra bi bagana
yes
I mean na reho
yes but who say because last time you coastal bi na mu say package how mo bie
so ye kra ye made de masa entwe yi nti wonyia no mampanya say ye hwe na yenyi sa na mane nyina ye de enfio
okay
the channel region by region o call regional capital the man na call district te be kakra no every district bia na enamo ho
okay
hygienically production pepe kama
okay me kai say honorable George Odro deputy minister for food and agriculture ono no say Mmre Benjeni emafo a wonu edubiase ene na twetwe nkomo efa Ghana ban ni dwumadi ode aba ya to ne den rearing for food and jobs emoa yen hu nkomo ana ye twetwe no ene ubetimi afre 0240550899 0240550899 na wonso wonsem bi se bia wo dwumadie ho no so ubetimi ede aba na ye yiwa no dwumadie so live on YouTube na 2tvgh ohwehwe Akuafuo Mmre ni na 2tvgh a ubetimi ahwe honorable mamembisa saasemi yehwe mponchen ni enwan yen a empe bebre ni ekọ enkro nketu anum a aya na makrom enyefe omo ye mmoa ne ja mmoa ne nanenam krom. How different are raring for food and jobs eba be mbehwe se kuani bia wo ba bi ode mmoa ne kogu ansam de be ma no anase obi aba na se mmoa ne available anensa beka
difference wo mun say won say we internet say they call district no ma district bia nya na de and na Ghana so district bia bylaws ye Mmre ye de hwe sa mmoa no and na ya sande can say veterinary officers and the veterinary doctors e wo no mo na waboa no the veterinary officer no beba no ba be hwe se de yare bi wo akana na de adu bi be kana na aboa no kra no number bi afa ne yekọ hwe na veterinary officer no aye na duro dabi we de o se wo confine no mo ye ubu kama na do mo gum
okay
ese se wo ja o mo nam mfichire ana ekrum no ko se obi ade
okay
na esanso ko yare bi so edeba
sense so be jeja amwa no makọ se obi ade na omo se ekrum fire ba. Hello, good evening.
Good evening to your time, my boss.
Bacho odini ba bia frefi.
Yeah, me pacho na come Steven me flat voter ready.
Steven voter ready. Me pacho Steven me entie wa dwenkyere.
Yo, sir, me pacho dia na do eye no. Eye pa. Alphabet mass be bria anka ye niema be koso o man mu yie pa. Enti ni bona ba so.
Okay.
Ya me man kwa tenten. Na kwala ina ndi obi ndi o man mu. Onu onye pesema nkumanya ni. Obese obi ndi. Enti me dana se. Me daga na ma.
Steven ye dase, yenso ye dase pa.
No.
Okay. Honorable, enti let us say ebuo ni de eye mass
or a mass and I'm more when we a hybrid
okay
enti ensese o ma
expose o mo to sa ni ma
bi ni ade be ka o mo kwakọ fire rebi dabi
ona bia san for back. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Me ba choma TV ni nko form na yen kasa.
Yeah, me ba choma ko temen.
Yeah.
Okay, me ba choma Kofi ni kaka street ma.
Yeah, Kofi for adwenkyere bra.
Me ta so many dimentia se ne ke minister can say me say Mokakofa I confirm ko free either say Belgium or Switzerland.
Belgium
yes because abrofono omo fa ne pa Mmre is omo ye patch say no for nya ko siado e be nya na de ko fa film cause this time bro ni ade e be nya jemo na do so e se nyemo do jemo na do e se ye nyemo do so ye hwe di tu ase cause broya ababa ni
Kofi se uti honorable there na a special breed ana I think honorable
no and
honorable had a yes
terms of the Tusokeke.
Okay. Honorable be you are says or more information than means honorable bet you
Kofi Mesro o de cowboy GMO ni ade Ghana ha ye ni GMO ha
yes
ye mfa GMO aduane bia ma oman mu ena breed na de ba no enu e different na ye de ba sebi ena make say di kan ya ansa na ye be hyase no ye di kan employ veterinary doctors and veterinary animal production assistants
honorable mpacho
ye no
ofrefo ba ko gina homa no se ye mfa no na ye nto as. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, boss.
Me pacho di ni ba bia frefi
ye frame Akuafuo Frefi Central Region.
Akuafuo, okay.
Asin Central, on Canadian Japan constituency.
Okay. Me pacho fa o adwenkyere bra.
Gmano moye. President Nana de Akuafuo adon so oye gma. Honorable George Drew so oye gma. E ma mumo eni nama pa omo boama on my Ghana akoni.
Yeah, that's it.
Planning for food and jobs. The ban, yen idea who room, near who said, a bebo my Ghana.
Yes.
Na me anke sama bra bumpuno as his family. Just Ghana for one honorable George Drew, and then penning for. Omo wine, nothing house to Sarah edwuma no mo de ba no emmoa ne anyen no so mo fa bi nura se ha na ya ready se be som mo my Ghana etum ko akɔnim my Ghana yin na wo yin na emmoa na president na da dan Akuafuo ene ne dwuma power de ba no ye mmoa ma my Ghana akɔnim ne konanim a me na wo na man beboa mana yi ndas mo nyam nya adwuma
ya das ye chia sendom pem ne fosufo nyina
yo yeah we would e be born abaso said the work say the make sounds be the kan say we the best enye party sem
yes
obi amfa no hunjim
yes
we juma we teacher ni mason carpenter trotro driver taxi driver prison officer obi amfa no hunjim na nyina na yeyi a eyi mo mu nyina said the work e be dana se na kofi de ni manwi kofi the mechanic say kan akoma to yem sebi o mampanyin na yidi na chi no na dwuma Akuafuo ba ye no yentimi nye bibi eni ni hwamo
yes
apart from say bi de o mampanyin hwamo no o mamu nyina dwuma ana o mamu na ye bibi dwuma no de aboa wo mo
yeah
ana ye mpese bibi a ye mamufo ye nuanom ye maame no ye ofanom ye papanom ye ko ye ade bi a ebe ha wo mo ene ko fi mesel bibi sa ni ho em say what ti bibi ntina udi ho ya say edin na da so keke da bi ansa na ebe hyase no ye di kan employ veterinary doctors ne animal production assistants a omo be hwe ehu say de ba no enya omo be say no ndi be so ko akoma to yem na yen ko fa bi boni bi ava me say o man ko
okay Kofi honorable anodin sem no hello good evening
sir
me pa cho din we bia frefi
your friend me
Ernest ba cho ka sa fin
me ka sa fi so hu me ya pig farmer
oh okay Ernest then we dey wadwuma mu a yenti
papa na man said that see na me be different so nti no man said that nti honorable fi beginning no
yeah
and that I say marketing issue with animal farmers no
okay
intimate stress if there is a program there after production no they will absorb the animals and so on anybody home
okay as honorable value chain asem na
say na me ka say adwuma na
ye da say
we the complete value chain asem na
yeah
see a pig Kofi we are ye on some frame
yeah
one pass or ka say pig all marketing problem because pig in there see
hot cake
especially mom ye sausage and so to e di Kofi your friends e Kofi also free see region
yes
so we are some free back na em pebe bi e betimi abo na companies bi almost to be but me to fan to dwa esa na two for be
man invoices here alright we have for your last caller hello good evening
hello
Pacho ma TV ni ko form ni enkasa
hello
me pacho ma TV ni ko form ni enkasa hello pacho lower TV ni enkasa hello good evening pacho onti enka only your last caller em say Mmre na adi atia bebre ntini yentimi emfa course ni bi into honorable in summary not just say this batch amdo mo starting no omomoa no ewa omo betua back in kind say omodo omomoa no ebi na mo beje na mo san dey aba another set
yes but no in 2 years time
in 2 years
yes is here
okay
in 2 years na ponchine preku ni ade no omo bitma wo 3 times in a year
okay
in the 2 years ntinu ho no na wo say ma o tena say ma o tena when your best 6 times
60
when your best 60
okay
ni ajim 2 ni dey ma obi a okay chese pese sa hybrid no na ba o manum te pese if you wa na ko we ho
nti na just honorable woman me aponche no 10 no mfie mienu achi 10 no emu ba ku bia se wo 6 a obeji ba ku bia ne ma 2 owo 6 a ba ku bia nti 10 no obeji ne ma 2 di no waje 20
there be 20 yes
every ama
another batch yes
no so they start after no so 2 years no ne ajimu 2 ne dia ma sa na tese breed we na mode ba no sa breed na ba be maintain na
because we a high standard one you are testing
and no na say mo monitoring eyi ewo Akuafuo no so say be ye obi mfa chire nkoton emoa na
oton no beton bi no ye pese ska bo motom
fine
obe yes waje 10
obeton na ebia wan hwe a na oton for slaughterhouse
say slaughterhouse ga bebre o because you ye be so moton bi
yes
so waje 10 na bia o 2 aso nya 20 20 ne say ja o la she 5
so obeton dia me suggestion is say obeton an ko notify ministry no
Davi and the two ye the mawa ye the amount one say medical ka say ye pese Akuafuo no sika bomboto
yes
na ye nam wie so o manum no eye papa na o manum sika sem so eye e the amount e be a first year ye amount 10 o ma 2 onya 20 account 10 I 30
yes
na be a chiwe abre wo yi 5 bi na waton nya kakra hye ho a sa na ye hwehwe
na me dwen say ebia nka mo betimi am aye we bi say bia say bia nka mo amobesan ato
ana me say ye tori ni tu no
ye be
dey ama ada people aha it is the more I say
40 ni dey
say veterinary officer ho a all hwe time bia say be ya asintu
okay yes na just from time to time so no more abewo ama wenya bebre
okay na say aye bebre o man na say moa ne nam ne ade aye krade ba no eno na pese itu ase
okay
na be kakra ne so yes sport to be call neighboring countries no
because
over here last week ya mo na ye sign free trade within the sub region to see be dey enwe enwudwa
okay
tie ne manone for Western world no be party dwedie bi na aye ho ye didwa eno be boa ma sikasem agina ye edwodi adesrede obi biara mfano we train u kan train kura wo enkrana takra dia
ubetimi aye boa na ofie yes
ko twedi ne ma best 5 oni ma was a film you know na buta be 30 40 na sikasem no aye ye
ona bude ya kan nyina ye emponchi ni nwan asem ne ya
yes
poultry broilers and confirm na said we must do say next batch no mode nantwie nyina ba be ka ho no I think say no ye de no be hye adakam na ya ka eno ho asem da foforo
na broilers no de ba minti ho kakra broilers no ye so de ebedru bronya ena na ye broilers no pa ena kokre no sa muze kokon yo ba ku ba say if you omo susu
yes
broilers eno no nyina bi ka eka ho afiwe
ono aboati asem no ho na aye de pa na so ade agro ye de no na de esa nkrasefo se sia ye share program asi wana na aso anisa enti ye de aseda kese ma Ministry of Food and Agric eye mufa omo ana omo na 2 TV ya kan entuma buma branda nwumre bia ye de Akuafuo mre ni ebrew ye dwendwen Ghana kua ho ye hwese de Ghana kua ye etie enti ye de enchia kese ma honorable doctor Owusu Afri Yakuto ana honorable George Oduro ono de oye regular member ewo Akuafuo mre ni so no no so ye dwumedi edi nyina no ono ana oye chief pilot na yenso yedi na chi no kire mofa ha enti da sera kese ma honorable George Oduro so abribia so bo anya na yetimi di dwumadie na onso onya ho emfaso aseda enkoma dependable herbal home omnom de adom pia away capsules aso yasene ewo dwumadie so aseda kese enso nkoma ADB Agric Development Bank ADB so you create rearing for food and jobs ya ka ho asem nyina wo pesika de akobobuo na wode omwa na gumafo ani kire ADB ombeboa no mama osika na wo so da hye odwumadie na dwumadie no aye kama entu betimi afre ADB ewo 0302 210 0302210210 na oni ADB atwetwe nkomo no mo so atimi aboa wo kwan so nkoso Fred Dependable Herbal Home ewo 027 2220222 027220222 now so kwaje adom pia we capsules ni bi na fa ko osisi yare and then rearing for food and jobs so asem and e be kan dwumadie mmre de ni me be san repeat no 8 to 9 20 mi ahwa obetimi ache wonu ya bi no no so akohwe ana so ko YouTube a na 2TVG etwehwe Akuafuo Mmre ne so a wetimi ahwe dwumadie ewo ho me am di dwumadie ho chia me din de Albert Asumani na me ne Honorable George Oduro a we Deputy Minister for Food and Agric ono ano san mrahye badwani ema new edubiase for obo adwuma papa onu edubiase wokọ ha timi se ampa omanfo ni nyina ne gye ne ho ono enene ye ne na edi dwuma ewo dwumadie so nyame adom a na otwe se ne de be san hia biem ne atoa enkomodwetwe ne so Honorable yadasi so bye
so da wase bomba baso yamishiramo
yadasi fa amen enti ene yakramo media asida Emma production crew ni nyina headed by Johnson Abiu Gleme Safo ono MCR Bentay yadasi da ma Barnabas ama ene ono hwe ye sound ne ma yade nchia Emma Jemfi speedy recovery so so mo beto no wati aba join the team no ima ana mo ye social media na YouTube ni nyina ma enti ima yade nchia kese so Emma yadasi se mo boa ya na bibia